Here we go, round 2, game 2 of Tightrope Pacific Invitational 2. A lot of 2s. I'm joined by the Machine and Archon Hawk, the General's Gentlemen.
Woo! Woohoo! Now this is going to be a pretty interesting attempt at a trio cast. We talk a lot, so they're probably going to be just like fighting over who says things.
Yeah.
It can get quite barbaric here over at General Gentleman headquarters. I have actually casted Tightrope before, so at least this isn't like a completely new thing, but like trio casting via Skype, man,
Is pretty intense.
a recipe for disaster.
As far as Company Heroes 2 goes, and as far as the Flyer goes.
Yeah, just in case, Tightrope, if you're not aware, Blake is the master at segueing and transitioning.
Ooh,
as you may
okay.
witness.
Good to know.
Just like PauL is the master at wiring.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh.
Clearly the master of wiring here, Machine. I like how we went 2 in the middle, 1 on each side, so he just avoids leaving the capping circle ever. I am loving that wire at the moment, though. Seen everyone go for it. All the good players.
Well, he does something similar to that on PauL.a.D as well, in the
really?
south on his munitions.
Really, it slows it down. Like he also he didn't finish off that little bit of wire, so he can walk through it by cancelling it. But it means the opponent's going to have to actually destroy it before he can walk through it.
Well, that whole area is a lot different now after they renovated this map.
Yeah, I really like the new changes here. So we do see on the south field there's going to be 2 squads of cons forcing away these Grens. It's a numbers game, 12 versus the 4 Grens. Can't quite get the sandbags down. They're trying to place it down now. If you can get that sandbag, it's really hard to push through.
No machine gun either from Burmie. So just trying to play on greens at the moment. PauL's pretty heftily outnumbering him. He's also going for a second combat engineer now. I wonder if he's going to put down his tech structure next. Also, PauL going for armored assault. He likes this doctrine. He used that one to beat OMG Pop in the finals of game 1 of tPI2.
It's a very aggressive capping order we have from PauL. It's going for both fuels at the same time.
Wow.
If we look at it, the south fuel is actually decapped. He needs to have that munitions point before it's connected. And now he's actually losing the north fuel. So he probably won't be able to hold both of them. But
It's definitely a nice adjustment there from Burmie. PauL played pretty smart. Moving 2 con squads down the bottom means you do have that option to throw down some sandbags really deep and still have the support of an additional conscript squad to force off any grenadiers. So it's a good transition to the top from Burmie.
And I think in this map, the north is more important than the south because the south is really easily cut off. We do see in the middle here 2 squads of cons against this 1 Gren, so PauL so far has just been really outmaneuvering Burmie and just finding the really good engagements.
Burmie really needs that form of suppression, I feel, to try and win these engagements. But that being said, it is sometimes hard to maneuver your MG42 around this map. There are a lot of fences, and they cannot vault those fences.
Looks like he wants to get the sandbag down on the cutoff, which is cutting the entire north off for Burmie, so PauL's looking incredibly strong this game. Hasn't got the sandbag now because he's actually in combat, but he has got the cutoff at least.
Nicely, no medics here coming out from Burmie as well, so that grenadier squad is really low, but that you have to just keep fighting over this point.
Oh, nice flanks though. Look, we have 2 squads rotated up from the side, so they will force the retreats from PauL. Still another squad of cons in the middle. We may see Burmie actually rotate to the middle and get this cut off.
Still that squad of combat engineers in the north, though. They can do a bit of harassment on Burmie's resources.
Yeah, and all of these squads, they're 4 models, but every single one of them is wounded. So let's see if Burmie goes for maybe a bunker with his grenadiers in his base.
It's pretty rare for us to actually see a 5 Gren opener. That's something a little bit different. So expect Burmie to be going for a lot of upgrades, I'm guessing, from the looks of things here. Get that regency going up, and it's weird not to have a support weapon as Wehrmacht at this point.
Yeah, you get a lot of manpower drain from doing that. We actually have a sniper from PauL. And having 5 Grens is pretty much the best opener against the sniper. Because you have many squads to force it off. And even if you get models dropped, it's not a huge deal. So having support weapons is actually a weakness against snipers. So this could go in Burmie's favour. He has most of the map control at the moment with that cutoff in the middle.
He did use 3 snipers against OMG Pop in tPI1. So he is a fan of using snipers with armored assault. Well, this is a much harder map, sorry. This is a much harder map than Angerville to use snipers on, I feel. A lot more flanking routes.
Yeah, I think it's true. There's a lot of like choke points where you can kind of get ambushed around a corner. But he really has to have the impact with it, try and get this territory back. Because the best way to deal with a sniper is by rushing out an Ostwind. So we could even see a tier 2 skip. Oh, actually do have the tier 2 coming down though. So maybe a half track. With this many squads of Grins on the field, and especially against the sniper, having that on the map reinforce is really handy.
Enemy forces are securing our territory. Starting to see the manpower be come into effect a little bit here. Nice preemptive rifle nade dodge up the top as well. Burnie was definitely hinting at it with that Grenadier squad, not in cover at max range. Just like, I'm probably gonna rifle nade you, bro. You best be careful. Map control looking just about even at the moment. No real VP leads on either side here.
Snipers off to a good start though, 5 kills already.
So the half track is on the way here for Burnie. I think that's really smart, but he needs to get his medics, and especially he has the munitions for it. It's just the manpower investment. He does actually have lightning war, so G43s are especially great against snipers because they have the strong fire on the move accuracy. They're pretty good at chasing down snipers, where LMGs you can't really do that.
There is the half track.
Actually going for the flamer upgrade, so that will negate
Wow.
the reinforce, but it will give him a really good zoning tool for not only cons but also for the sniper especially.
So I guess trying to get map control, keeping the Grens behind cover and using the flames for support also does give him a nice way of dealing with these garrisons.
And because it's gone tier 1, it means that PauL will probably have to go for the AT grenades. Unless he wants to go tier 2 as well. Pops the flamer, shredding through this garrison!
Wow.
He retreats, he's probably going to lose it though. Rifle nade hits the consort as well. That is a wipe! And it may be the second one as well. He's got a long retreat path.
Oh, this is absolutely brutal.
Well, he's going for it now, and he's just now taking AT grenades, but there's currently no counter to this half track.
He can run straight into the base here.
Yeah, actually surprising that he didn't. He didn't go for the wounded squad. Could have wiped that one, but playing it safe. Maybe he was worried there was the AT grenades on the field.
He's had it out for long enough that there definitely could have been. And we've actually got the tier 3 going down here for PauL.
Crushing the wire is smart on that fuel point. Going for his tier 3, so not quite enough fuel for a T70. Maybe just go for a quad half track. The quad will be able to deal with that half track.
He's got plenty of munitions, he can get the upgrade.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So like, who is Burnie? Like, I've never heard of this guy, and he's taken one.
He's an Australian player. I thought you Australians would be well aware of each other.
Well, we're on the west coast, so like we're all isolated here.
We're very cut off. It's pretty much a completely different country.
Yeah, but not as cut off as PauL.
Oh, damn machine! You're really turning up the heat here.
Yeah, I play a ranged team with him.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes. He's top 50. I think as Soviets, he's maybe even top 20. He's pretty highly ranked. He's 4th seed.
Yeah, because he took the first game off PauL, and it's looking like he's going towards a 2-0 win. This is crazy. PauL is one of the best players in the game. Yeah. And that half track put him in a rough spot. But we do see the Soviet half track, the M5 on the way here. What is the answer from Burnie? He has enough territory, he can probably just rush out a P4. Mate, still if he's desperate.
Could go for it, yeah. I
mean, he's got to deal with that quad somehow. He doesn't have enough manpower for a pack yet either.
No.
And I don't think packs work very well against half tracks. They're just too immobile. Also, Burnie spent all of his munitions, so there's no. Unless I missed it, I don't see any telemines on the field. Okay, there's one being placed down now.
I'm pretty sure he has. Might have one other one that I saw getting placed earlier, but yeah, it's
That's the advantage of having 3 casters, is at least like someone's gonna spot telemine being placed.
Yeah. You'd hope so.
Yeah, there's the quad.
Setting up, nice, well played.
1v1 me, bro. Ripping through that half track, he's backed away pretty fast. Yeah, actually, he may even chase this one here. There will be some Faust though, so that's what's scaring him off. But
he just doesn't know. There's not enough munis for the double Faust.
No, he has double, but not a triple Faust.
Yeah.
But now there's the suppression.
He does a double now, yeah.
So he does retreat that off. So that's going to give a bit of breathing room here for PauL.
Or is he going to bait it over this tello in the south?
Oh, that'd be really good.
No, he's going above it.
He's going around the wrong way.
But you also have to be careful whenever you see a squad of engineers. You have to expect there to be mines nearby.
Yeah, PauL just pops some sweepers and he's heading straight for that spot as well.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty smart game from PauL. I think he realizes that. You know, Burmie is a good player. He's probably planning telemine. Sends the minesweeper to where he saw the pioneers. Especially because it looked like he was baiting pretty hard. He sees the minesweeper, the telemine now. He's going to sweep that one away. And is actually a pack being built here from Burmie.
Honestly, I don't mind it. You're gonna need a pack eventually. And, I mean, I'm assuming there might be a T-34 or something out on the field here coming in for.
He needs something to keep that quad at bay.
He does need something. So even if it's just the threat of the pack more than anything else to stop the quad from having free reign.
Well, the T-34 is going to take him a while because it is on the tier 4. It does actually have the 85 unlock as well as the IS-2. So I don't think we'll see PauL go for the tier 4. He's so far behind in fuel that just saving up for the IS-2 pull-in is going to be the only choice he can really do.
Ignore me for getting the Soviet text switches machine. So.
Yeah, well, I wanted to correct you because I didn't want to.
No, I'm rolling with it.
I didn't want to make sure everyone was like, who is this MacBook noob that doesn't know that
Honestly,
T-34s have been swapped over? So Burmie has locked in the Lightning War, and I'm just looking for any G43. He doesn't actually go on for any of them yet.
Got a lot of munitions in the back though. He's had excellent munitions control so far.
Yeah, that's true. Having the sprint is really handy tactical movement to get those Fausts down.
Actually got the sniper model as well. We'll reinforce that one. And go for another sniper as well.
Yeah, double sniper is pretty bold.
Also,
But I
that
think
tactical movement could chase down those snipers. PauL now going for a second one.
That's true. Yeah, you can't fire while sprinting, but it means you can get in position to then just unleash a deadly burst. We have a flank here. Will he actually get within range for it though? Even the Gren squad's getting quite low. Yeah, he overdrives, so he backs away. Probably could have got it if he popped the sprint, but there wasn't really enough follow-up there. He wouldn't have killed it, so I think it's not bad. At the north here, we actually have the Gren squad, and the fuel point does retreat it though. Burnie's paying attention. Nice map awareness from Burmie.
The M17 micro has been really nice here from PauL. Just all-round solid play. He hasn't been using it aggressively at all. He's only been using it in the areas where he's already cleared for mines. The engineer squad has already run past these areas. He's never going past the center of the map.
Yeah, I feel as if Burmie could actually have a P4 by now. He's got a fair bit of flow to both fuel and manpower. It hasn't teched up at this stage.
Well, he never ended up sweeping that tower in the south. It's still there.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
He did reveal it.
Yeah, engineer squad's back on the way. The flame half track forced him away. G43s have popped, so we have 2 squads now. Pack does fire a shot. Will it get the second one? He drives down the road. Faust coming over the hedge, and the half track as well. The flame half track will finish it off. AT grenades are going to be coming through now. Can he get it down in time? Damage engine knows the corner gets it. It's abandoned. It's veteran C3. Grens are moving in for the Faust. He may lose this squad as well. This squad. Oh, the pack misses. And now the Grens. Oh, he gets wiped.
Oh no!
Oh, that went horribly for Burmie.
Oh, poor Burmie.
That flame half track did nothing.
Well, I don't think it has a machine gun anymore after you upgrade it with the flame projectors.
Yeah, it's right. It loses it. The flamethrower, it still will damage it, just not a lot.
Does it actually damage it?
No, it will. It did a little bit, I think.
It did do some damage, definitely.
Like, even the handheld flamers can probably damage the half tracks. So he lost, what, a Gren squad and a half track? I think that's put PauL.A.D now in a better spot. But Burmie really, he has the fuel advantage, but he isn't capitalizing. He's not going for his tier 3.
Yeah,
I think he's just saving up for a Tiger, but he already has the fuel for it. And he's 6 command points away. This is just allowing PauL to get back into the game.
Those snipers, man. 17 kills.
Yeah, he really needs a tank against these snipers. The munitions cage has actually been placed down.
Well, that's interesting as well, because that super close escort no longer targets infantry. He's not going to be able to spam that like days of old.
Yeah. I'm glad. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, still not exactly maxed out on G43s
Ooh.
yet. Having the tactical movement against the snipers will be nice, just like having the S-mines will be nice. PauL only losing 3 models, however. I'm not sure if he's seeing the squad yet.
He's probably just going to leave it there until he gets them neutralized, but the Pioneers will move in to prevent that one. In the middle, we have a fair few squads of Grens rolling around. Pioneers do get the neutralized just in time. He has to retreat that squad now. So still, the map control is pretty even, and Burmie's pulled ahead quite a fair bit in the VPs, 460 to 270. Screen Squad's looking for the hunt on these snipers.
I feel like he's just making such a massive mistake not ticking up and going for a tank.
Yeah, I really got to agree here. 2 snipers will get 2 models down. He retreats 1 spot, and the half track goes in as well. He may wipe as there's only 2 models there, 1 left.
So
He gets away. Yeah, that was quite lucky.
It was beautiful micro there from Paul. What he actually did is waited for the Gren squad to be walking backwards around the corner when the G43s weren't firing, and then gave the snipers a chance to set up. He didn't do it when the Grenadiers were chasing the G43s. Could have instantly acquired them and probably, you know, dropped the model, maybe done more than that. He waited until the Grens were facing the other direction, then set the snipers up and followed up with the M17. Really nice play.
Yeah, that was great stuff. And I just don't see the reasoning behind Burmie's not teching up. Like, the only reason why you wouldn't tech up is if you don't have the fuel. But he's gonna get the Tiger and have like 400 or 500 fuel, and it's gonna be completely unnecessary. And it just means that he's just gonna lose in the map to the half track to the snipers. He's like great preservation from Paul. He has all his cons. Oh, well, apart from that initial flamer half-track wipe. Has a penal squad with a flamer now as well. Often he does come through, but a dodge here from Paul will keep him in the field. The half-track, there's just no one's really forcing it away. The pack's out of position. PauL.A.D is just playing around it.
yeah, it's a shame to see him have such a strong early game and then just waste it away by not building a tank.
The only kind of reasoning I can see behind this is Burmie plans on playing ridiculously aggressively with the Tiger. Just like going after snipers, this M17, and I don't know, he's just looking for the, I might lose this Tiger, I'd like to build another one so I'm not completely out of this game. But again, he's lost all these VPs because he hasn't built a medium.
Oh, but now he's checking up!
No! My friend!
And he's so close to getting the Tiger. The snipers actually may wipe this pack, but even then, once he gets the Tiger, Paul's going to have the IS-2 as well. So he won't really have much time to use the Tiger uncontested. Yeah, now it's kind of too late to get the tier 3, because now if he gets the tier 3, he probably can't afford the Tiger when it shows up. So just really indecisive is Burmie.
Yeah, it's this is really sad to watch.
Oh, poor guy. I really feel for you, man. I do.
Yeah. And Paul is actually ahead in the map control now. He's got most of the points, has 2 VPs.
Yeah, he's just so diligent with those snipers. They got so many kills, 20 on one, 11 on the other. It's a tremendous rate.
On the other side of the sandbags, it's just in that middle there, tightrope. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's pretty clever. We'll probably see that one get a wipe at some stage. Still, only one squad's been wiped with these Grens, so pretty good preservation from Burmie as well.
How many kills on this M17 now?
12.
12 kills, not too bad, but it has been shredding health.
Oh, these pyres might get wiped. One misses, the second one as well. Misses as they both miss. The third shot maybe?
Oh, max range!
Oh, he gets it.
Wow.
Okay, that's a big blow
That's
because
rolling the RNG dice.
yeah, he needs that one sweep, especially with the demo on the field. He's gonna have to rebuild that one, which is gonna detract away. And so we do see Burmie. He may go for a P4, but at this stage he probably shouldn't. Especially when he needs to. He rebuilt his pyres now. Okay, that's good.
Looking towards our VPs now. 434 for Burmie, 430 for Paul. So he actually has a pretty strong VP lead here,
Yeah, he does.
which is pretty shocking.
And the lightning,
Paul
the
hasn't really been punishing it.
the close air support gives him good late game. Rifle-Nade
Oh,
comes
Rifle-Nade!
through. That may cost him the wipe though, but probably not. No, he gets away. That's actually Telemine being placed down. Look at Paul's vision, because I think this thing has quite a bit of vision range. Doesn't quite see it though. Cons almost reveal the
demo
tele.
charge is going to happen?
Yeah, no, not quite. Oh, we do
no,
see the
no! No! No, please, Burmie, no!
Oh,
This is gonna be one squad at least. Oh, this is gonna end so badly.
Oh!
Gets one wipe and another model.
no.
It's like watching a crash in slow motion. You see these Grenadiers running up to a demo and just... Burmie. We have to deal with so much in Australia, so many deadly animals. We shouldn't have to deal with not having medium tanks as well.
What?
Burmie's going for mortar now. He probably needs to save his manpower for the tiger.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that one. And the mortar doesn't really make much sense because the cons are very mobile. The snipers are able to decrew the mortar quite easily. And he only has 3 squads, so he doesn't really have much left that he can really use to cap points back, which he needs because he's got no points left. Oh, the pack fired. Missed. Man.
It's only the second time today.
That pack missed when it really mattered.
Yeah.
Like, if that M3 got wiped, that would have been a lot better off. But I think Burmie could have taken this game if he just went for a P4, like, as soon as he could, or even a stud, just to deny that M3 really early on. Because with 4 squads of G43s, he could have dealt with the snipers. It was just the M3 that kept forcing, the M5 that kept forcing him away. Yep, Burmie's on 13 command points, and PauL is pretty much there as well. PauL's going to have the IS-2 really at the same time.
IS-2 heavy tanks are now available to crush the enemy.
He's going to be grabbing a Zeus here. PauL wants a little bit of support. I think he knows Burmie's tiger's coming.
Yeah, actually surprised he didn't go for an SU-76. I think that'd be better for him. But anyway, this is going to be nice because the Tiger and the IS-2 have quite an even interaction. It really just comes down to who has the most supporting AT. And with the pack already on the field, then of course Burmie has better supporting AT, especially with the close air support. And that's the IS-2. Actually, then Tiger as well, pretty much at the exact same time.
Look at PauL's map control. Such a commanding position right now.
Yeah, and there's probably mines being placed down. The demo actually being placed down. And that's what happens when you have map control. You really just can plant mines wherever you want.
PauL's in such a great position.
There's 2 demos. Another one originally where the first one was on that strategic point. So Burmie needs to have pioneers with his squads. So the Tiger's rolling out. The cons do see it.
Okay, so the cons have revealed the Tiger. I think what Burmie was hoping for there is the Tiger maybe finding the M17 or getting something a little bit juicier than just a conscript squad for its first engagement.
Yep, blows up demo with the Tiger. Works so far. Okay, this gun's moving up as well, but the pack gun's pretty close. Bit of a heavy tank slugfest here.
Bounces.
Yeah, but no bounces here for Burmie. So looking at the engineers, there's 2 squads of NGs for PauL, one of which being Vet 2, and only 1 for Burmie. So as far as the repairs go, PauL's definitely ahead of that as well.
The snipers are so good at decrewing those team weapons as well. Like, it won't take them long to clear a pack if it's out of position.
Yeah. Does have to be careful of the mortar though, especially with the snipers being clumped up. I think that's maybe why he went for the mortar, was for the snipers.
And limits your ability to repair as well. Don't want to be repairing those IS-2s forward under mortar fire.
You need heavy armor support. Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
So do you think PauL's just going to try save up, try bring in those IL-2 Sternviks, make one huge push and crush Burmie's remaining army?
Yeah, I think he has to. I think all-inning is really all he can do because he can't cap points because of the snipers and there's just a million con squads in the penals. And he can't really out-trade because sooner or later PauL's going to have more tanks. He's going to get an SU-76 because he has all the fill he needs. Maybe even SU-85 if he wants to, or the P-34-85s would probably be the better choice. So, the longer this drags out, I think it's going to go towards PauL just because he has more territory. But we do see Burmie actually capping up now. The south, a little bit. 2 squads ambushing around that building, looking for AT grenades if the Tiger gets overextended, which is pretty smart.
Really good play. Right next to this as well. That's pretty beautiful stuff from PauL.
Quad's still the thorn on Burmie's side. Still available to do counter harassment. Such just.
It's really
I
nice.
bet you he's going to be raging hard at that thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly how you want to be using the live when you got a couple of tanks in the field. Like use your IS-2 to keep the Tiger in the middle, and then just poke around the sides with the M17 to get points.
Ooh, here we go.
Rotate.
There's 2 squads of cons behind it with the rear arm, the IS-2 as well. This gun's moving up. This could be everything thrown at this Tiger. This gun fires a shot, but does bounce. The pack has the rear armor. The IS-2 positioning was pretty bad.
Looks like the pack's going to go down here, though.
Yeah, Sniper's making short work of that pack.
Yeah, the cons especially as well. May even decrew that one, recrew it with the cons. Yeah, that's wiped now. Rifle nade comes through. Cons will have to retreat. May actually lose onto the Tiger main gun. Does miss that one. So he retreats in the middle. The Grins gets forced away by that IS-2.
Sniper's out of position here. Here comes the Tiger. Oh, no. Quick reaction times there by PauL.
It's a nice shot on the Zis gun though. He's going in for it. He's taking a lot of damage. Doesn't quite have enough munitions for the close. Esbot wipes the Zis gun. Very lucky stuff there with the Tiger. And now as the Grens are moving up to the Faust, engines will be recrewing that Zis gun. The Tiger's getting pretty low.
The M17's actually suppressing the Grenadiers. They're trying to get to Faust range still.
Well, he's in within range now, but this gun has been recrewed. He gets behind the building, but just can't fire through the arc. Rifle nade doesn't actually wipe the Zis gun. The third model was pretty far away. Well, penals. They can't throw kick grenades.
So the pinned in his base now. He doesn't have nearly enough repair speed to try and get this Tiger back up.
Yeah, especially with PauL having the crew repair. I didn't actually mention that earlier. So
Yeah.
PauL's going to have even more repairs.
And I'm pretty sure there's still a free pack there for PauL if you like it.
And there's a mortar on the ground. We can probably just destroy that one. Yeah, PauL really is, I think, past the point of no return for Burmie to take him out. He had a nice opportunity there just because the IS-2 was really out of position, gave him the rear armor.
Just couldn't finish it off.
Guy's getting repaired now, but only one squad of Pioneers.
Building a Stug. That's nice.
That's a good idea.
But if there's going to be two AT guns, then it's going to get zoned away. Pack and assist.
So what do you think you hear from PauL? Would you still go as you 76 or?
Probably SU-85.
Okay.
Because there's only 3 squads, now a 4th squad of Grens. There's not enough infantry to really require him to actually go for a T-34 85. Since the only threat for him really is the Tiger and now the Stug, you might as well just go for an SU-85.
Also kind of favours PauL's engagement ranges with those snipers as well.
Yeah.
Long range engagements with the SU-85 would be really good for him.
Zoomovic will force some retreats. Doesn't get any wipes, but it will delay some time. Gonna have to heal those squads up.
The map being opened up a bit as well does make the SU-85 a lot more viable.
Yeah, that's true.
RIP Pete Garrison.
Yeah. Don't miss
Oh,
you.
snipers in trouble. Tiger's chasing them down.
Yeah.
Bottle here.
He gets one of them. He's gonna have to go pretty deep though. This gun's setting up for it.
Tiger's on the road.
Nah.
Too
Doesn't
slow.
get any wipes there. And so bear in mind, PauL actually has radio intercept, so he did actually hear the Stug coming in. So it's given PauL a bit of timing to know what's up. PauL's floating a lot though. He's kind of pop capped. He can't afford another IS-2 if he loses his main one.
Our enemy has only 200 points.
He might as well take up though. He still hasn't put down tier 4.
We have secured.
Yeah.
Pretty much level pickings in terms of VPs though.
Yeah. The demo charge. He has vision from the penals, he's pretty smart. He's gonna wipe this
it's gonna
squad.
be gone. Not
no.
again. Not again.
Oh,
And the pipes were quite close with the Minesweeper.
yeah, so close.
I really liked having that penal squad there in the garrison because it gave him. Oh, wow, I guess the wipe with the Tiger. It gave him vision, but without kind of giving away the mines. IS-2 showing up, does some pretty good damage towards this Tiger. Stug is there as well, but this Tiger is getting very low. IS-2 is taking some punishment here from both the Stug and the Tiger.
Back away.
Could
Just
go either
coming up
way
from
in
the
this
cell.
situation.
That's another Stug shot.
He's happy to lose it because of his resources. I think that's really why. Make him destroy and the Zis gun.
Down goes the Stug.
Yeah, the pack is well moved up. So I think that was why I took the gamble. You know, even if I lose the IS-2, I can build another one. If I wipe the tanks, then Burmie can't rebuild them. Close air support is now actually available. Probably wasn't that last engagement. I didn't actually check that one. Quad and 2 snipers. Gren squad gets wiped. That's the lightning wall, but now there's no follow-up, so it probably won't do much. The quad's there as well, which is handy. Goes to the IS-2. Does a little bit of damage. Maybe looking for a Faust. But... oh, wow.
Oh,
He gets taken out.
Gets the anti-aircraft with the aircraft.
PauL's still in the zone as well.
The Faust probably wouldn't have killed the IS-2, but it was looking pretty close to it.
Probably worthwhile going.
At least he finally kills it. Like, you know, even if you lose the game, at least you kill the main unit that annoyed you.
They call that a Pyrrhic victory?
A what?
Pyrrhic victory.
Burmie close air support is available.
I have no idea.
Dropping some English on you guys there.
Okay.
Are we getting wrecked here? Or?
We don't speak English in Australia.
Yeah.
We're a bit too barbaric for that.
Speak
Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah.
Speak Australian, mate. What
G'day.
are you talking about? G'day. Good
How
on
you
ya.
doing? Going down to the servo, mate.
Mate,
The traino.
the Trado, yeah.
We like putting O's on the end of
Some
things.
beers in the esky.
Well, this Gren squad's gonna retreat. He needs a beer, I think.
Yeah, I reckon he does.
He also probably needs to.
Go to Macca's. Me and Dave are gonna go for a drive to Macca's, but before that, can we stop at the servo and pick up some ciggies, bruh?
So
Yeah.
Don't
And,
you say
and a bit
durries?
of- and then-
Darius, yeah.
yeah. And a bit of grog from the bottle, that'd be great.
Yeah. I think Burnie needs a lot of grog right now. He needs to drown his sorrows in regret of why didn't I just build a tier 3 in a
Archon
stool.
Hawk can confirm that he doesn't want to drink. Drinking's bad. Hangover's not great.
Oh well, Tiger's back up to full force. Ice 2's
Yeah.
not far behind.
And the Ice 2 is... Actually, the Tiger's close to getting veterancy too. It's going to be nice, but I think it really isn't going to matter at this stage. Still no tier 4 for PauL. But
Yeah.
he's just so far ahead, he probably doesn't even need to. We're building an Ostman. So I think it's kind of smart to try and wipe the pack in the Zis gun.
You appear suited for command.
Paul's floating so much, I'm surprised he hasn't made another tank of some description.
Yeah, oh, tier 4 now.
That'd be nice.
Even the SU-76 would have been quite handy to have. So the two AT guns are setting up, and that's Sturmovik once again.
Flying for 5 APs for Burnie. So heading downhill.
Sturmovik also received changes, now only tagging infantry instead of infantry and tanks. Which is good, because it almost never penetrated tanks before, it was a bit of a waste.
Yeah, unless there was like a light vehicle. Two AT guns are setting up. Fighter armor actually gets both of those penetrations there. Side armor doesn't exist, but you know the rear armor chance certainly helps. IS-2's trying to crush these Grens. Is having some somewhat success there, especially with the 50 gun. There's the Osman moving in. We'll find both of these AT guns. That's the crew stun. It's a bit of a lucky shot there, and the Zis gun and the pack is still within the range of the Tiger, but I think actually the hedge is blocking the shot. Osfin's going to be wiping the Zis gun. The pack is also going to follow. Icy has the rear armor. This is a pretty good engagement from Burnie.
The Osman's been walking through the AT gun arc though.
Yeah, but the Tiger takes the shot. Didn't quite wipe him. He's trying to duke out the conscripts as well here. Still taking some damage from the AT guns. The Tiger is getting pretty low. So is the IS-2, however, but he is out of the Tiger's range now. And driving forward into the pack. This is probably going to end horribly for the Tiger. The conscripts within range of the AT grenades as well. The pack does go down. The conscripts throwing their grenades now. Oswin falls. IS-2. This is actually getting really close here.
Yeah.
Grenades come from his cons, but the Tiger's wiped. But once again, it didn't actually matter. PauL had enough resources for a second IS-2. So it was a spectacular end, but quite futile. PauL had no chance of actually losing that game.
So that's 1-1. We're going to go into game 3 of the semi-finals.